everyone, so I'm back with another video, and today's video I want to talk about movies. So this is going to be a discussion video on movies, and I want to talk about why Hollywood does not produce original movies anymore. It seems like all the movies that we're getting nowadays either fall into one of three categories: either sequels or remakes or book-to-movie adaptations. And I'll go into those three further. So my whole thing is, it seems like nowadays Hollywood isn't really coming up with new and original stuff. So first of all, let's talk about sequels. So there are a bunch of movies with like 1 million sequels. Okay, case in point, Fast and Furious. Okay, now I heard a rumor, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard from someone that they're making a Fast and Furious 7. Okay, really, how many Fast and Furious movies do we need? Bring it on. Another example. There's like 5 of them, I think, maybe. How many Bring It On movies do we need? Now, I'm not saying sequels are a bad thing, because, there are some series that are just so great that you never want them to end, and I get that. That's understandable. For example, I love XMen. And yes, there's like 1 million X-Men movies as well. There's like 3 X-Men, and then X-Men First Class, and then plus you got the Wolverine movies. And then now they're coming out with X-Men Days of Future Past. So yeah, there's a ton of X-Men movies, but I'm still looking forward to seeing Days of Future Past. So I get that some series are like really great and that you just want to continue them, and so they keep coming up with sequels and more sequels. But as much as I love the X-Men series, I would also want to see something new and something different and more original. So I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like Hollywood is kind of stuck on doing the same things over and over. Next thing is, what about movies that are basically the same movie or story, but different name and different actors? So, for example, last month I went with my brother and sister-in-law, and we saw Need for Speed. And as I was watching the movie, basically the whole time, I was thinking, this is pretty much Fast and Furious. I mean, streetcar racing, competition, basically, in my opinion, you guys may disagree, but basically to me, I thought it was, pretty much another Fast and Furious movie, just they called it Need for Speed, and they had different actors. So, and then also, what about movies that are like, it's the same movie, and they just have different actors, and they slightly tweak the name a little bit. So, for example, The Amazing Spider-Man. You've got Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, then you've got The Amazing Spider-Man. Pretty much, again, same movie, different actors, slightly different names. Now, again, I'm not saying that these movies are bad or anything. I'm sure they're great. I haven't seen any of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I've only seen the original Spider-Man. But I'm not saying any of these movies are not good. It's just, why do we have to keep getting the same things? Like, can't we get some new ideas, new stories, something new and original? Last category I'm going to talk about is book to movie adaptations. Now, here's where I feel like Hollywood is like totally lacking in the originality aspect, because if they're not doing sequels or remakes of movies, they're just taking movies from authors' books. And so, not that I don't like book to movie adaptations, because I do. I really love seeing like what I envisioned from the book come alive on screen. So I do like book to movie adaptations. The only thing with those is I feel like they're hit or miss. They're either an epic success, like Catching Fire and Divergent, or they're an epic failure, like Beautiful Creatures and City of Bones. Which City of Bones, I guess I'll say, wasn't as big as an epic failure as Beautiful Creatures. City of Bones, it just frustrates me a little bit because they started off pretty well. They started off really good, and it seemed like it would be an epic success. But then halfway through the movie, they start changing all these major things. I'm like, wait a second. Okay, this happened in the second book. They don't find this out until the third book. What are they doing here? They're just mixing everything up. And so, yeah, for me, it just halfway through went downhill. And no, just epic fail. But anyway, so with book to movie adaptations, it's really hit or miss. They can be great or they can be terrible. But a little tip for Hollywood: if you want to make a great book to movie adaptation, it helps if you stick to the actual book. Like, I understand taking things out and changing minor things, because obviously you can't add everything from the book. It'd be like a 5-hour movie. So I get taking things out and changing a little bit of things, but not like major plot points, or, you can't just change major things about the stories. Little details here and there, yeah, that's fine. Where a certain fight took place. Okay, so it took place here instead of here, whatever. But, to start changing things with the plot, like with Beautiful Creatures, and sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't read the first book or seen the movie, but Ethan, you have in the movie, like the whole last part of the movie, forgets his memories, is not even part of the battle with Elena and her family, and it's like, what the heck? He never lost his memory in the book. He was a major part of what was going on with her and her family and the whole battle, and with her mom coming. It's just very frustrating when you think about it. But anyway, that is my whole spiel on book to movie adaptations and movies in general and their lack of originality. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. Do you think Hollywood needs to put out some more new original movies? Do you think they're doing okay with what they're bringing out? So, yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys for my next video. Bye!